So hello everybody, welcome back. I hope that this information is somewhat helpful or somewhat informative, and I also do hope that we can make it through a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. So grab your tea and enjoy. And if you wanted to share a coffee with me, or get one of my books, or help me out, or join the Telegram group, there is information about all of that down below, and also in the description boxes of some of the videos that are describing the Telegram group and others. So, last video about this, I mentioned this lady, Kristen Megan. In the last video, I did say that we are in a race against an apocalyptic scenario in which we are going to have to pay for oxygen, and we are going to probably pay for having clean air. Basically, which is going to limit a lot of people. If you think that it is bad that governments and whatever beings or people or whatever you think it is behind grabbing so much power and trying to control the human race and all of that is bad, and they are doing it only through food, yeah, you are. I think that you are probably underestimating these people because you see, they already control the pharmaceutical industries and a lot of other industries, which we're already paying a lot of money for. But the goal is that you cannot have anything without they making money out of it. And air is one of those elementals. Now, there is another elemental that I haven't mentioned before, because quite frankly it's an elemental that is just so kind of obvious and so kind of like I don't even know how to put it, but it is sunlight. Sunlight is something that is an elemental, but it is not going to create a huge impact to the point in which you might need to make a lot of plans. However, at this point, that elemental that we always take for granted and we can't control, yeah, that might be an issue now. And you're thinking about probably solar storms and all of that. Yeah, I wasn't exactly thinking about that. I was thinking about the fact that I don't know if you have read or if you have heard, but China already created an artificial sun. And that means that basically now, if they wanted to, they could literally block the entire sky, because that country already knows that they can make it, because they already have their own sun, and it's in their country. By the way, Europe will have their own sun by 2 years from now. I do not know how far ahead or behind are the U.S., Australia, or Canada, or let alone Africa or other countries in Asia or other countries, I don't know, in Latin America, for example. I don't think that everybody will want to have an artificial sun in their country, because you see, the thing about the sun is that it is free, and not only that, but the sun has energy that is different from the one that the artificial sun is creating. The reason being that we have something called nutrients. These nutrients are particles that are neutral, like the word says, nutrients. And these particles are actually popping up from the bottom of the earth towards the surface, and they can travel through space and through anything. And these nutrients are going to affect the artificial sun, and they are also going to affect the sunlight that we are getting. And I don't know if you know, but it has been proven that whenever there is a lot of electrons in an environment, any kind of environment, we as humans are affected. Animals are also affected, but humans, you will see that their behavior is going to be out of whack to a certain point. In fact, it has been even proven that during certain lunar cycles, there is more violence and everything else reported and everything. And the reason is that, like I told you before, we are energy, and we then become motion, as in energy in motion. That means that we are energy that express an emotion, and then this emotion comes together and sends electrical chemicals to the brain, and then the brain creates an idea or figures something out about this emotion, and then it associates it with some sort of logic and process and patterns and stuff like that, which is kind of like you learning how to handle a tool. So the first movement that will make this whole machinery and everything else work is the one that you have inside of your body, as in your own energy. This energy is supposed to be kind of neutral. It is also supposed to be channeled a little bit through quartz and through other things in nature. But if there is a lot of energy that it is floating around, this energy is going to be channeled through us, which means that we are going to be overloaded. Now, if we are overloaded, then I don't need to tell you that when you overload the machine, this means different temperatures, different changes, different settings, different everything. And I do not need to tell you that this is something that we can adapt to it, but we just are not going to be able to keep up, because it is too much. There is a point in which your evolution just doesn't work anymore, because we have too many toxins in our bodies. We also have too many metals inside of our bodies. We also have all kinds of issues that are related to not being able to clean or to process the energy that we get from the environment and stuff like that. And it has been proven that there is a process called grounding. You can watch the video on YouTube. I think it's 58 minutes or 48 minutes or something like that. In this video, there is a doctor that proves like with measurement machinery, with data, with everything, how we work, like our energy inside our bodies, how we channel it, and how we can connect it to the earth, and vice versa. We get energy from the earth per se, when we are barefoot, and then we also channel it. And then when we don't channel it, we get sick. And not only that, but our chances of dying are very high, especially if you are already into trouble in terms of your heart and other things. And it is bad. And so with this artificial sun, you are creating more electrons in the environment, generally speaking. like I said, bad. And not only that, but you are also creating other kinds of issues, like you not needing the sun anymore. And so basically, when you don't need nature, then we already know what we do when we are humans, and we don't need nature. Yeah. So I do not need to tell you that if this woman doesn't succeed, and if this woman doesn't stop this situation, and if this woman feels or is out of support and everything, then we might be in even bigger trouble, because the air that contains all of the electrons and all of that is going to be an issue. Huge. It's not going to be just the lack of air, as in we breathing something that is going to be a problem for our lungs or whatever. It's bigger than that, because now that we are going to have, several, God knows how many, artificial suns, then you can expect to have all kinds of issues related to this topic. Now, like I have told you in all of my videos, I am not a doctor, but you can kind of understand that we are not being told anything about how our body works. And if you want proof, there is a guy called Wim Hof, WIMHOF, Wim Hof. That guy has proven that we can be in control of our immune system and a lot of systems that are in our bodies, and they are working in automatic. He proved that we can do a lot of things, because the problem is that we are being bombarded with too many things that are getting our energy out of whack. But if we focus our energy, he proved that we can do a lot of things. I have also mentioned that we are not being taught anything about science that is supposed to be real science. You're thinking, yes, we are being taught the real science. No, we do. No, what we're being taught in schools about science is probably, let's say, 1% out of the 100% that the people that are behind the scenes actually know, and they can kind of understand and things like that, like Li-Fi and other kinds of technologies that I have been telling about in the Telegram group, and in to my friends and other things, because there is a way in which you can use nature to support you for everything, but nature will provide it for free. And if you are researching, then you are putting money into this thing. And if it turns out that nature makes it for free, then you are not making any money back. And so this is not an investment. This is like a spend. And when you're talking about these things in those terms, then it doesn't make any kind of sense. So my thing is that learn a little bit more about the sun and about all the things that these can create for us, and research more about this girl, and then figure out how to help her out. And if you can, share the message or share whatever. And if you're thinking that I'm wrong, then you can also do your own research, and you can prove me wrong if you want to. But if you prove me wrong and then I am right, it's going to be an issue, and our kids are going to probably pay the price. Which, like I told you before, if we're going to pay for oxygen or air later, I don't want to tell you how expensive or how bad we are going to need sunlight, because this one is an elemental that I don't even deal with. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. Thank you for watching.